Hey guys, Coach Nate here, taking you through a 10-minute guided recovery session. This is perfect for the days you feel a little crispy, the legs are tired, you've put some hard training in, or maybe you've just been stressed and fatigued from other areas of life. We're just gonna gently get the body moving, open up the hips and the shoulders, the ankles, and breathe a little bit. And by the end, you'll feel a little bit more refreshed and recharged. I got my co-pilot here, Coach Nora, helping us out. She's bringing the chill vibe. So we're gonna get started here in 3, 2, 1 with some spinal twists. So I'm gonna lay on my back and I'm just gonna bring one leg up and across, touch, drop down, lay on my back still, reach up, across this way. And we're just gonna go back and forth for our 60 seconds. This is a nice way to actively lift that leg, get into the hamstring, come across, get a nice little stretch here, and back. You can kind of hold for a second, trying to keep those shoulders on the ground, breathing. Oh, this feels good. Laying down in this nice soft grass. All these birds chirping around me, it's lovely. About 10 more seconds here. And then we're gonna flip over and we're gonna do some scorpions on our stomach. Remember, if you need to pause this anytime to watch the movement and then get into position, please do. And now let's switch over. We'll keep the clock rolling right into our belly. And then here we're just gonna lay down and we're gonna reach up and across and touch. This is so great for lifting, extension through the hamstrings and glutes, opening up that hip. Remember, to get this leg back, I need to kind of push this hip forward, so squeeze that butt is gonna help. And this should all be on the feel-good side, so if you're feeling any pain or tweakness in your low back, tighten those abs a little bit and just shorten that range of motion. Back and forth. I need to remember my list of our next exercise here. Oh yeah. So we're gonna get onto our hands and knees after this one, and we're gonna work on a little cat-cow exercise as another nice way to just kind of warm up the back. 5 seconds. Here we go. So we're gonna get into this position right here, and we're just gonna big inhale, big curl, exhale. Big extension through that back. Big inhale. Push away from the ground, round that back and upper back as much as you can. Tuck that chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone, and extend and open. Big inhale. Big exhale. Back and forth. Big inhale. Big exhale. Nice way to stretch through that back. Now for this next one, we're gonna stay in this all four position. We're just gonna get that core just a little bit warm with some opposite arm, opposite leg extensions. In 3, 2, 1. Being stable here, I'm just gonna lift a hand and leg, extend nice and straight without my arms and legs shifting. Hold for a second or two, drop down and shift. Back down. Just even on those recovery days, it's just good to remind ourselves, hey, we know how to stabilize that midline. After we've done so much movement on the back, we want to make sure that we feel we don't only have the range, but we have that stability. And this one is a medium active one. I kind of put this in the Pilates category. It's a little bit more subtle. Can I get all those intrinsic muscles around the spine and the hips to stabilize and really activate and fire? So just by thinking about this one more, you can all of a sudden make this harder. Whew. Breathe in. About 10 more seconds. You're doing great. And then we're gonna get into one of my favorite positions, hip circles after this. So good. Back and forth. And here we go. We're gonna extend this right leg forward. This left leg's gonna drop back, and we're just gonna get 60 seconds of hip circles here. And what I like to do is just spend 10 seconds or so. We're doing 10 circles one way and then kind of shift in that direction. Good job. You can even start to work those elbows down a little bit lower, do kind of smaller circles. Sometimes it feels good to leave this knee on the ground. Sometimes you could just extend and get in there in a slightly different way. 20 more seconds. Good. I love this exercise. It's great active warm-up. I can get deep in my hamstring and my glutes on this side, and then in the hip flexors and extension on this side. 5 more seconds. You're doing great. Breathing. Good. And then we'll just do a little push back in downward dog and then flow into that other side. Here we go. Over here. Nice. And just to kind of show you a slightly different angle of kind of what I'm doing here with my hands. I've got my elbow inside this knee. I'm getting down nice and low. Breathing. And you may find that you're more tight in the hip flexor here or just deep in this hip. It's all gravy either way. Circles, sinking down a little bit lower. If you ever find yourself holding your breath, just try to keep breathing. Breathe all the way through. $15 more seconds to go. Now we're gonna go back to leading with our right leg forward, and we're gonna work on some hip flossing, which is a great way to get into the hamstrings a little bit. I'll show you that in a second. 3, 2, 1, push back into quick down dog position. And then this right leg is gonna go forward. And what we're gonna work on here is just a little extension. Back and forth, dropping down low, and then pull back. So I get a nice stretch in this hamstring, and it doesn't matter how far you go, just until you feel like you're kind of running out of room. Tucking the chin, chopping those elbows. And again, if you wanted a little bit more warmth and movement, you could flow through this a little bit faster, back and forth here, or you could just go slower. Hold the position, take a few breaths before you move back and forth. And if you want, you could even just like add a little twist. Sometimes just adding a little rotation feels good, just to go out this way. Kind of when I rotate this way, I get into my glutes, my gluteals on this side a little bit more. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Left foot forward. Oh yeah, same thing, just going back and forth. Good. Oh, so nice to get into that hamstring and that glute, the whole system. And again, as I said, if you want, you could create a little warmth, move a little faster, or you can slow down and just kind of hold each position. About halfway, working down that elbow. Whew. Oh yeah, feeling good. Feeling good, gang. Starting to. 15 more seconds. Now from here, we're gonna get into a down dog position next, and we're just gonna flow for a minute, kind of from that down dog position, flowing into an up dog position and then back, which is just a nice way to hit that posterior. Get pushing back this way, really stretching through those calves, hamstrings, pushing through that back and those shoulders, and then big inhale, and then exhale as I go forward, squeezing that butt, squeezing that belly to protect that low back. Nice extension through the spine and back this way. Inhale, and then forward, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. As I said, if you wanted to make this a little bit more active and difficult, you could reverse course on the way back to downward dog by pressing low and back out. Kind of a difficult style push-up. 5 seconds. Good. Now, my last favorite part, we're gonna lay on our back, and you could just go feet out straight. And I want you to just breathe in and out through your belly. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Put your hand on your belly here. and you should feel your hands raise every time you breathe in there. Try to really breathe deeper into every nook and cranny of your lungs. Really fill. By the end of this, we want really expansive breaths. And boom, voila, our namaste moment of the day. Feel free to repeat this recovery session anytime. It's such a great way when you don't have a lot of time, but you just want to go through something guided to make yourself feel good. And remember, you can access this directly in the Run Experience app anytime. It is awesome. All you need to do is download the app in the link of this description, and it can be part of your daily run. You could do our 10-minute audio workouts, you get a little strength and cool down, or on the days you're not feeling it, you can do recovery sessions just like this. You can sign up and get a free trial to access everything. Anyway, enjoy, keep earning your miles, recovering well. I'm gonna do the same, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.